Alright, YouTube, so today, guys, I just wanted to kind of talk, kind of a discussion about the idea and the concept of too soon. Now, if you're not exactly sure what it is that I mean by this, it's more or less like when something tragic happens, like a big death or something like that, some kind of terrorist attack, war, bombing in Syria, whatever the case, and people start making fun of that really soon after it happens. People are like, man, it's just too soon. It is too soon for you to be making light of these people's death. Give it enough time, you let enough time pass, it's funny then, but no, it is too soon right now. Now, obviously, that idea is flawed from the beginning. Like, if it is too soon, like, if right now something bad happens and we start making fun of it, and in your mind it is not okay to make fun of it right now, it should never be okay. There shouldn't be a too soon concept. If you're not cool with somebody making a joke about this, there shouldn't be a time frame or a window to where it eventually is cool. It should always not be cool with you. So the too soon concept just has never really made a whole lot of sense to me. Either I can make fun of it or I can't. There's no in between. Now, the kind of point of this video and what made me decide to make this video at all is the Manchester bombing. Now, if you keep up with, general news or you've been on the internet in the past 24 hours, you probably heard about the bombing at the Ariana Grande, I don't know how you say her first name, that chick's concert yesterday in, like, England or something. There's a bombing at one of her shows. I think 20 or 30 people died, whatever the case. Well, anyways, there's already memes coming out about this. And I just happened to share one. I shared it on Facebook. Pretty much, I think nobody bitched at me about it. So I was like, I'm going to share it on Twitter. I shared it on Twitter, and the response was, like, overwhelmingly negative. Now, there are people who liked and retweeted the picture that I put on Twitter, but then every reply to that tweet was a negative one. Like, somebody, people upset about it. It's too soon. It's too soon, David. Give it a couple of days, and maybe it'll be fine then. Maybe we can laugh at the death of these people then, but not right now, David. It is too soon. And then I had a couple other people that were, like, legitimately pissed, like, called me a piece of shit. There are people who are like, oh, I'm unfollowing this guy. And, like, I can give a fuck if somebody unfollows me on social media. This right here is the tweet and the picture. Very simple. It doesn't have text on the picture. And I just put the text, got him, with it. Like the black guy from the D's Nuts video, or whatever the whole meme thing that happened a while back. Just put, got him. And people got upset. People were, and they're allowed to be upset. People are allowed to be as upset as much as I'm allowed to share memes about this and make live. That's how I cope with things. That's how I cope with things in life. That's how I cope with death in, like, real life, like family dying. We make jokes about it. That's how me and some of, like, my brother and shit, that's how we cope with stuff. I'm not the type of person who's going to sit around and mourn and cry. And the other argument I had about the situation is that if it wasn't her concert, if it wasn't a celebrity involved, you may have not heard about this. Like, if there was just a random bombing in England, yesterday, you may have not heard about it. It may not have been as popular as this was, and it's only because of her that you really hear about it, and it's only because of her that a lot of people even care. The other thing that happened, and I believe it was yesterday as well, maybe the day before, is that Zack Snyder, the guy who makes, like, some of the Justice League and DC movies, I think his daughter committed suicide, and people were, you couldn't make fun of that either. It was too soon. Because I made a post on Facebook about it. I said something about Zack Snyder's daughter joining Suicide Squad. Yes, I know it's in poor taste, but that's, like, literally the point of the post. I was wanting to see if I could get a reaction out of people. And it's kind of the same thing with this Ariana Grande thing. It's just to see if people, that's how trolls work on the internet, man. And it's not like me making light of these things means I don't give a fuck or something, something like that. It's not to diminish the lives of these people. It's just, I have a dark sense of humor. I make fun of literally everything. And again, I think this was only a big deal because of a celebrity. People probably commit suicide every fucking day, but Zack Snyder's daughter is off limits. We can't make fun of that. Even though we live in a society and a culture where everybody's always like, I gotta be on a test, man. I want to fucking kill myself. Or somebody gives you something you don't like. They say something you don't like, and your automatic response is usually kill yourself. Like, that's what a lot of people say these days. We make suicidal jokes all the fucking time, but the one time it's a serious situation, oh no, we can't joke about it now. Not Zack Snyder's daughter. It is too soon, man. And on Twitter, in a reply to that explosion meme thing, I actually had a guy, and I'm not calling him out, like, hating on him or anything, but he told me that there's like, no shame in deleting the tweet, taking it down. I'm starting to amass a following on YouTube, and I shouldn't mess it up. And the thing is, man, when it comes to social media and YouTube, they've always been grounds for me to express myself or my opinion and talk or do whatever the fuck I want. And I'm never going to censor myself to please other people. I'm not an idiot. I understand the things that I put online are sometimes very offensive. I'm never going to be one of those people who delete something and be like, oh, I apologize for my actions. I didn't realize the repercussions. I didn't know I was going to upset people. No, I'm not a fucking idiot. I know the things that I upload are offensive. I know it's going to piss off people, and that's kind of the point at times. It's to troll people, get people triggered. This is what we do. It's kind of what this channel is. We talk about people getting triggered all the time. I get triggered in response to shit. It happens, man. But back to, like, the celebrity thing. Like I said, if there weren't celebrities involved in these two situations, they probably wouldn't make news. Again, people commit suicide every fucking day, but do you always hear about it? Fuck no, you don't. But because it was Zack Snyder's daughter, and he was pulling out of Justice League, and Joss Whedon was taking his place to finish directing Justice League, all of a sudden it's news now. We can't make fun of that. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, and when I go back to the Ariana Grande concert bombing thing, you know how many fucking bombings happen every day? And I'm sorry, but this wasn't that many people that died. It was like 20 or 30 people. That's a good amount of people, and I'm not diminishing their lives. Again, I'm just saying, like, there's legit real bombings happening where entire buildings are destroyed and all this other shit. And have you seen what the world is these days? Like, give me a fucking break, man. People were also getting upset because I guess a good amount of the people that died were kids or like younger people. And again, I'm sorry, but like a child's life has no more value than somebody else's. It is still a life. It shouldn't matter the age of the person that dies. If they were all adults, say they were all 40-year-old people that died, would I be allowed to make fun of it then? Is it okay then? Because that doesn't make a whole lot of fucking sense to me. That's a stupid goddamn argument. The video is mostly meant to be about the too soon argument. We kind of trailed off here and there, but it's mostly about that. Like, as long as there's a certain amount of time that has passed, it is then okay to make fun of it. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And it's not like I make these memes. And it's not like I made the fucking explosion SpongeBob meme thing. I found that and I shared it. I'm not one of these people who, as soon as a tragedy happens, I'm like, how can I make a meme about this? I'm not one of those people. Those are the ones you should probably piss at, not me. I'm just sharing it. And if I don't share it, somebody else will. Somebody else is going to make fun of it if it's not me. So, like, it's just, I don't know, man. Just wanted to talk about it and rant. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts below on the too soon argument. What is the time frame? How long do I have to wait before I can make fun of some sort of tragedy? I don't know, man. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. If you're okay with it after a certain amount of time, you should be okay with it altogether. Anyways, guys, if you want to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Follow me on Twitter. Links to my social networks are in the description. And in the outro, later, guys.
Till it comes to conclusions, all the things that we thought we were losing. I'm a ghost and you know this. That's why we broke up in the first place. 'Cause I want you.